Hi, my heart, welcome and welcome back home. It is Magician Melly over here. I miss you too, my heart. I miss you too every moment. And today I wanna share this spiritual experiment that I experienced recently with one of my soulmates that I have open contract with. Although that I felt like I had open contract with them, that I received that there's some sort of there's always that's every soul you have in your life has connection to your karma. So all the soulmates are your karmic soulmates. The souls that came through your karma. Everyone is your soulmate. There's infinite numbers of souls. All of them are your soulmates, and all came through your karma. You match with people with soul through your karma, and this soulmate that I had this spiritual experiment with, who is my, I can say, a friend in a certain degree, and I shared her some of my wisdom through my own experiences. Not that, look, this is that. No, I'm sharing this experience, which I believe if I'm sharing some sort of experience with someone, which actually I don't really mind to sharing whole of my stories, some of it from this point, the whole of my life experiences, whole this karma, energetic realizations and this awakenings, this knowledge to anyone, as I feel like so. Some people can pull some certain energies that some will never actually pull and receive and being told by me. So I shared some of my experiences, some of my wisdom through my experiences with her. That's the awakenings, that's the karmic realization, that's cleansing, this energetic and soul ascension, all of these magical things, ups and downs. This journey in the life took me the high roads and the lows and the highs, all some of it from all. And then some time later, and I know she was about to like tap into this her awakening journey, and that's why the universe actually attracted her life me, that like they can hear some things that they can trigger, that can activate in their own journey. And she shared me that like I had this guided meditation for ancestral cleansing, because she had this energy that she couldn't even know where this was coming from. As I was told her some of this karmic ancestral cleansing journey of mine that was connected to my past lives, blah blah blah, and she had this guided ancestral karma cleansing meditation, and she told me that as she had this guided meditation, she was connected with this ancestor of hers, and that ancestor was sharing her some things that came through vision, and this ignited this idea of synchronistic meditation within me. And I told her I felt deeply spiritually guided to do this synchronistic meditation with her, and I intended to write down this soul contract, this soul contract. Then I made the same exact one, two of this, and I gave her two, and I told her, if you intend to, we can have this meditation at the same time. That day, that night, at 11:33 p.m. we sat on meditation. Different. I'm in my room, she's in her own apartment, and her room. everyone has their own space, and we energetically tuned to connect one to another, that we can pull that that we can connect this ancestral cleanse. That's was our intention to connect with. And actually, I had this journaling that night. It wasn't like, oh, 11:33, boom, something magical happened. It could, and actually for me it was like journaling, and through the journaling I realized that I most of it I already cleansed it. I know there's one. I'm still working on it. There might be some connected, all connected to each other, but some maybe still connected to that too. And after a couple days later, we talked to each other, like we had this speech, and I actually write this soul contract, that's soul letter to their soul too, because I know we are guiding each other, like that's what I intend when I connect with people, especially with like someone new. When I connect with them, I intend to always guide one to another's souls, like to bring wisdom and knowledge from guidance from the unconsciousness through the subconscious mind, which would be reached through psychic abilities, dreams, and we would feel it. What's their soul guiding? And we already had this before this meditation, the synchronistic meditation. We already had. I personally had received guidance through their soul. Like their soul played role play. Sometimes people's soul play these roles in astral realms. They might catch, they may not. They might receive, they may not. When we intend to connect each other synchronistically, she had these visions for me. When she taught me, I have this all the details, everything. I won't be sharing all the details. I already asked permission to her if I can be sharing this, like without sharing their knowledge. Like, I mean their name, like unknownly. I can say unknownly, although their soul, that's what's bringing this, and in this portal their soul also are invited. And they may actually, I'm really curious about it, what would happen after I open this portal in this space, in this video with you, my love. But that is one thing I want to share. Like she had this, as she was closing her eyes during meditation, and throughout night she had all this mystic visions, guidance, feelings, all was guidance for me, because the guidance of mine that I was looking for came through her soul, and that's what I intend to. Most of the time, sometimes, for all, but for me, most of the time, my visions comes through other souls that I am in connection with. Like they bring this guidance for me. Sometimes they don't even know. Sometimes they do. Sometimes they don't intend, or whatever their intentions. That how I feel, that filters through their vision, and that's how I receive my guidance, filtered through my own consciousness, and from the subconscious mind, and that's actually came from the unconsciousness, which already exists. And she felt like as she closed her eyes, as if someone was trying to holding light to their eye. I mean like eye between their eyebrows, their eye left and right. But they could feel it. They open and they close again. They open, they close again. They felt like, oh, okay, there is some sort of light trying to reach me, but like can't completely get there. And it was saying a lot to me. That was my intentional energy, that trying to pull that information from the unconsciousness, but my intentions was tested with that words of hers. At the same time, it was like it was direct reflection to me. Yes, I'm trying to hold this light to their, trying to reflect this light to their own light, like to their third eye. It's initiation, it's third eye activation of sort, which brought different visions for me. That was that had these deep connections within me. I know that I don't need to be sharing here with you. There was beautiful spiritual experiment I will be doing. Actually, I always do this spiritual experiment when I intend to connect with people's souls without even physical connection. I always have this telepathic communication with them. But if we intend and have this synchronistic meditation, my love, you can't even imagine what we can pull from the unconsciousness for both of our growth to to the path of our ascension to our higher selves. That's what I intend when I connect with people. And I know I already been going through this shadowy energies, therefore I'm not attracting that energy anymore. I already cleansed it, and until that I cleansed in this degree, yes, I was meant to attract in this all these other connections that had shadowy attachments. Thank you being part of this magic, my heart. I hope you're doing blessed. Have you seen my blessed food? Intentional eating video, my heart. Check that out. I have the blessed moon spell over here, over this mango. I have the soul contract. And thank you being part of this magic, my heart. Until I see you, I kiss you in astral realms. Take care. This juice, this semen, but it's not only the semen, the sperm. As you ejaculate, it the oil that creates that fluid, and that has connection to your prostate, because there's this gland in your prostate. You must probably know, if you're spiritual, if you think you're spiritual